Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name's Alan and today I'm here to talk about Star Wars The Old Republic and all of the amazing stuff that was just announced during their SWTOR dev live stream that happened. It should be today when this video goes live, hopefully, but July 1st of 2021, they were talking about the 10-year anniversary of the game, which is this year, although the official actual anniversary date is December 20th, 2021, and they talked about all of the cool stuff that they're going to do for their 10-year anniversary celebration, as well as giving us a little hint, a little bitty, teeny tiny crumb of information regarding the next expansion, which is titled Legacy of the Sith. But before we talk about the expansion, I want to talk about some of the new stuff that they're going to be adding with the game, with Game Update 7.0, which is scheduled to release holiday 2021, so probably around December, although they did not reveal a specific date yet. They said that the official date would be coming later on this year, as well as more information about the expansion and the other stuff that they're adding with this major game update. So, first things first, one of the things they announced for the game, and something that I am personally very excited about, is changes to advanced classes and combat styles. So, as you can see here in this little slide they showed on stream, this is the current setup for advanced classes. So when you are creating a character, you can choose to be a Jedi Guardian or a Jedi Sentinel, and then your combat style is based off of that as you progress through the game. But what they're going to change is they are making the advanced combat styles open to all classes and all factions. So instead of just having a Jedi Guardian that can only do Jedi Guardian abilities, the Jedi Guardian will now have access to the Jedi Sentinel abilities, the Sith Marauder abilities, and the Sith Juggernaut abilities. So, if you want to have a Jedi Knight that shoots Force Lightning, you will now have the ability to make that a reality. Now, they did mention that for the Force powers, they will be light side, dark side locked, so a light 5 Jedi Knight won't be able to shoot Force Lightning, but if you make some dark side choices, maybe you have a dark 1 Jedi Knight, then you can have Force Lightning and, various and sundry other Sith powers. But as for the blaster-wielding classes like the Trooper and the Bounty Hunter, those classes will have all of the weapon types and combat styles open. So if you want a Trooper to dual-wield blaster pistols or only use one blaster pistol, you can do that. If you have a Commando that you want to trade out the giant cannon for a sniper rifle, you can do that too. So for the blaster classes, all of the various blaster combat types will be open to everyone, and I am so excited for this change. This is something I've been kind of wondering about and kind of wishing they would do really since I started playing this game back in 2012, so the fact that they're finally doing it and for their 10th anniversary is just chef's kiss. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to see this implemented in the actual game. Moving on to a little bit more information about the combat styles, they're going to be separating class story choices from gameplay to make greater customization options. They're going to be expanding on the current advanced class availability. Force classes will have the dark light requirements to access their counterparts like I just mentioned, and they'll support the ability to switch between presets quickly, aka loadouts. So they're going to be making loadouts for each class, so if you have a trooper that you sometimes want to run a big old laser cannon with, and then other times want to run a sniper rifle with, you'll be able to make two different loadouts with the different weapons and different abilities and perks and all of that stuff that you'll be able to just click through on the fly for whatever it is you're doing, whether it's PvP, PvE, operations, whatever. You'll be able to quickly switch between combat types and weapons, and again, super excited for this. Now, as for the new storyline, Legacy of the Sith, with the little bit of crumb of information that they gave us, they told us that the war between the Galactic Republic and Sith Empire has spread to new worlds, so we're going to get to see some brand new planets in this expansion, and dangerous fringe groups are rising in the dark corners of the galaxy, so we will be fighting more enemies than just the Republic and the Empire, or even just the Mandalorians, which is always fun. And of course, they're continuing the Darth Malgus storyline. He is pursuing a new unknown plan, and they also teased some other new surprises that they will tell us more about later this year. But one of the big things they mentioned was that we will be going back to Manan in this expansion, and they are diving really deep into the Knights of the Old Republic lore, because, you know, we went to Manan in Knights of the Old Republic, and we actually got to play through an entire storyline in that game, as opposed to with SWTOR, we only got to do a single flashpoint on Manan, and of course buy and customize a stronghold if you're into that kind of thing. But now we will finally be getting a full-fledged storyline on Manan, and what they told us about this is that the Sith Empire has invaded to seize Kolto, a vital medical resource. The pristine ocean world we know is now shattered by war, so all of the super white clean aesthetics will be replaced with a whole bunch of war-torn atmosphere and aesthetic type stuff, which I always love to see. And the battle for control of the planet with separate Republic and Imperial storylines. So yes, thank you, they are continuing with the separate Rep and Imp storylines. So thank you, BioWare, I love you for that. We're going to be able to explore surface structures, underwater facilities, and even the ocean floor. Now, they did make a mention that we won't actually be able to swim in the ocean, so that's not a mechanic they're adding, but I have a feeling we're probably going to get to do something similar to the underwater suit type thing like we got to do in Coder, so that'll be super dope, but we'll just have to wait and see. And they're also going to be adding a brand new flashpoint called Elam. And Elam is a brand new planet that Charles Boyd said has been mentioned a few times in the lore and some Legends material, but it's never actually been fully featured in any kind of Star Wars lore or material before. So this is the first time we're really going to get to see this planet in its entirety or in any kind of detail, which is always super exciting. So, we're going to get to explore the ruined fortress of an ancient Sith whose existence was wiped from all records. Malgus has been collecting relics created by this Sith, and we're going to go there to find out why, and this flashpoint will be available in all the difficulties, so Story, Veteran, and Master modes. So, super excited for this new flashpoint. And they are also adding a new operation, the R4 Anomaly. It's an 8-player mission to a mysterious asteroid facility run by an obscure Sith cult. The cult has experimented with stolen Zerka technology and rebuilt an ancient superweapon of terrifying power. Story and Veteran modes for this operation will be releasing with 7.0 in holiday 2021, and they said Master Mode will be releasing in early 2022, and there are a total of 5 boss encounters in this operation. Moving on to Galactic Seasons, they did talk a bit about Season 2. As you know, Season 1 is currently running right now, and will run for another 3-ish months, I think. So, the rewards are all themed around the Underworld Syndicates for Galactic Season 2. We're also going to get a new companion, Finzale, a Duros gunslinger, and he's the first Duros companion in SWTOR, and he bears a striking resemblance to everyone's favorite bounty hunter from Star Wars The Clone Wars, Cad Bane. And they're also going to be making some quality of life updates for the second season based on people's feedback from Season 1 regarding bugs and, you know, the general experience and feel of it all. So, super excited for that. The Altur Zok add-on, the companion that we got for Season 1, he was a little bizarre, given that there hasn't really been any kind of lore built up around him yet, so he's kind of just there and doesn't really do that much as of right now, but hopefully we'll have a little bit of a story piece for Fenzil here, and I'm definitely going to be giving him a really big hat. And something else they talked about for their 10-year anniversary celebration is improving the player experience. So they're going to be creating a new look and feel for the user interface. So Legacy of the Sith will launch with updated windows like the character sheets and the other windows that players generally interact with every day or every time they play the game, and additional windows will release throughout the 10th anniversary celebration. So we will continue to see UI updates throughout this year and even into next year. And they're also going to update the character create menu with new visuals and flow to base it on the new updated combat styles, and they're also going to be making changes to content leveling and the end game to make the experience better for players that have reached the end of the story and are looking for stuff to do, which I am one of those, so that is always nice to see. And they also showed a little bit of a roadmap of what they have planned for the end of this year with Legacy of the Sith. So they're adding a new story. There'll be 5 new levels, so the level cap will be increased to 80. They're adding combat styles. We're going back to Manan. They're having the new flashpoint, the new operation. They're updating the UI and other visual elements. They're updating the character create menu. They're updating the character sheets. We're going to get Galactic Season 2, and even more that they could not fit on this roadmap. And for 2022, we've got more story to look forward to, the master mode for the new operation. They're going to continue updating the UI. They're going to be making some changes and revamps to PvP. We're going to get Galactic Season 3, a new flashpoint, new locations. They also talked a bit about tech modernization, but they did confirm that no, they are not making an engine change for the game, so it's still going to be the same engine that they used, when they released the game. So we're not getting anything like that, but we are going to get some improvements to make the game feel more modern and, not feel like we're playing a 10-year-old game. And they're also, to go along with that, they're going to be making some visual improvements to hopefully to the graphics and whatnot, because even though the graphics do look good, like I play the game with everything set to ultra at 1440p, right, because I have an RX 6800 XT GPU in my system, and the game still looks good, but especially in the base content, there's certain things that look really dated, so hopefully they're just going to give us a whole big visual refresh of everything to kind of modernize the game a bit more. And of course they're going to be adding even more stuff throughout next year and all the way into the future, so we'll just have to wait and see for the next roadmap to see what they're going to add with that. But as for more immediate things, they did talk a bit about the PTS, or public test server. So for the week of 7/5, you're going to be able to play as the Jedi Guardian on the PTS. So you're going to be able to play a max level 75 Jedi Guardian to experience the new combat system and having the freedom to customize how the Jedi Guardian fights more than we ever have before. Then on 7/12, they're going to have a continuation of their short story series. On 7/19, they're going to have a dev team feature with Ashley Rule and going over the SWTOR cinematics. And 7/26, they're going to be looking back on Manan. And for August and beyond, they're planning to have regular web content, so updated every other week, I think they said, with interviews with content creators and developers and voice actors and all of that lovely stuff, and they're going to continue to regularly update the public test server. So that is an awful lot of content, and as they said many times during the live stream, there is lots, hint hint, wink wink, going on, and lots that is going to be happening throughout this year as we lead into Legacy of the Sith. So I'm super excited for this brand new expansion. I'm super excited for pretty much everything they're adding to the game for the 10th anniversary, and I'm even more excited to see where this game is going to go in the future, because, you know, this game is it's the longest running Star Wars game that has ever existed. It's going on 10 years, and there's really no reason we can't have it for another 10 years, so let's just hope that actually happens, because the Old Republic is, without a doubt, my absolute favorite Star Wars game. But as always, I would love to know what you guys think of all of the new announcements for SWTOR down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like, as those really do help a small channel like this, and consider subscribing if you want to see more Outer Rim Cantina content in your subscription feeds every week. That's all the time I've got for today. I hope to see you back here in the cantina next time for another Star Wars video. Until then, may the Force be with you.